Hello everybody, and welcome to the Sea of Thieves. In the previous episode, we discussed the Hunter's Call pre-Season 15, but in this episode, we will cover everything added to the Hunter's Call as of the first third of Season 15. In this season, Rare will be releasing the features once a month, making the season release in 3 chunks. So far, in this chunk of Season 15, we have access to a Hunter's Call Emissary, meaning we finally have the option to increase our level up and profit through the use of a Hunter's Call Emissary flag, giving us a 2.5 times bonus once we've reached grade 5. Along with this, the Hunter's Call has increased their max level to be on par with the rest of the trading companies, bouncing from level 15 as the pre-Season 15 max to the now level 500 split between 5 distinctions. And to incentivize the new and improved grind of the Hunter's Call, the representatives are offering a boatload of new cosmetics to achieve through promotions and level up. Next we have the first official Hunter's Call voyage, not including that mercenary voyage from the Festival of Fishing event in February of 2021, which acted as a precursor to these voyages. In this quest, you'll be collecting a whole new tier of fish. Before you had the normal fish and the trophy fish, but now you have the treasured fish. The normal and trophy fish can be kept in your inventory, while the treasured fish act as a piece of treasure, for they are to be carried around like normal loot. And for the final update of this third of the season, we have the Ancient Megalodons, an entirely new variant of the Megalodons. These 2 additions act as mini world events. There's practically always an Ancient Meg wandering around the map at all times. The first Ancient Meg is called the Red Maw, and the second being the Barnacled Dread. But let's get into the details of each of these additions. For the Emissary, it is pretty simple, since it works just as the other emissaries do, giving you emissary progression as you pick up Hunter's Call related items, placing them on your ship, and finishing Hunter's Call quests. But the only key difference for the Hunter's Call Emissary is that the bonus for reaching grade 5 isn't an emissary quest, as most of the others do, but instead, you will gain vision of the Ancient Meg on the map at all times, much like the Reaper's grade 5 giving you vision of emissaries on the map, allowing you to hunt down the Ancient Megalodons throughout your adventures. Since the benefits of leveling up your Hunter's Call reputation grants nearly the exact same type of benefits of the other companies, I won't need to explain much. But now to cover the new fishing quest in depth. The new fishing quest has 2 options, one being the Pirate's Fishing Map, which is granted to all players, and the Hunter's Fishing Quest, which is attained by leveling up the Hunter's Call. The Pirate's Map leads you to an island, much like an X Marks the Spot quest from the Gold Hoarders. And on this fishing map, you will see a circled area near the island. This marks where you will be wanting to fish. Once you arrive, you will see the splashing of water, which is where 3 treasured fish will be feeding. With the new treasured fish, there is one of every species in the game, meaning there are exactly 10 new treasured fish, and only some will appear in the Pirate's Fishing Map, while the other fish will appear only in the Hunter's Fishing Maps. When attempting to catch these fish, they act exactly as normal fish do, and they require no bait. And for the Hunter's Fishing Quest, there will be 2 circled areas for fishing, each having 3 treasured fish. One tip I have is if you ever fail to catch one of these fish, you will get another chance to catch them. Once the line snaps, and you lose a treasured fish, they'll lay low for a moment, but then they will return shortly after. Another tip is to hold the casting longer before releasing to cast the line farther. This is helpful to catch these fish without having to bring your ship right on top of the feeding area. These treasured fish cannot be cooked, however, but I'm sure the Hunter's Call have their own methods locked away somewhere. Along with the fishing quests, we were also granted raid voyages, which gives the Hunter's Call players another way to get reputation without fishing or hunting, granting completely unique loot, such as the chests of kraken tentacles and the bags of bait. And for the ultimate reward for some of these raid voyages is the Kraken's Eye. Such as the Orb of Secrets from the Order of Souls raid voyages, the Kraken's Eye comes in multiple tiers, with the most expensive being 15,000 base price. But at level 15 for the Hunter's Call, unlocking the Sea Forts, and every 5 levels unlocking another raid voyage, finally ending with the Ghost Fleet for level 45. If you wish to know more about raid voyages, check out my Emissaries episode, but for my 2 most recommended raid voyages, I would suggest the Coral Shrine and the Skeleton Fleet, for I find them to have the best profit for the time put in. But now we have the Ancient Megs to discuss. First, let's discuss the Red Maw. The Red Maw is a Megalodon that clearly took a page out of Flameheart's playbook. This flaming beast acts very much like a normal Megalodon. However, when it bites your ship, it will deal massive damage while leaving fire on the ship. Also, this Megalodon has the ability to erupt in a massive explosion. This explosion can reach multiple ships from quite a distance. The explosion will set all players on fire and damage all mechanisms on the ship. It even has the ability to instantly destroy all masts on larger ships. You'll notice when this beast is getting close to erupt, when you'll see the fire around the fin building up. When firing at the Red Maw, every shot of cannons or handheld weapons will slow down the buildup of its eruption attack. However, every use of a flame attack, whether it be firebombs or something else, the eruption buildup is increased. When the Red Maw is defeated, they will drop Megalodon scales and teeth, along with an assortment of ashen loot. The scales and teeth both come in different forms, the grizzly form being the cheaper and the pristine being the more expensive. For the next Megalodon, we have the Barnacled Dread. The Barnacled Dread is a meg that is in deep need of a cleanup, for they are covered in big chunks of coral, which act as armor, and whenever they bite the ship, they bite with an electrical charge that stun players on the ship for a moment. This stun could cause players to sink in crucial moments that need bucketing. When attacking the meg, you'll notice that you need to destroy the chunks of coral in order to get to the meg directly, and only when the coral is removed can you deal permanent damage to the meg. While all of this is happening, blue ocean crawlers will leap onto the ship periodically, which creates another layer of struggle for those facing this beast. Once defeated, the Barnacled Dread will also drop meg scales and meg teeth, along with an assortment of sunken-themed treasures. But that's everything they've added so far, a fun set of things to work for and explore for the Hunter's Call. I'm quite excited to cover the rest of the content they will release in the next 2 months of the season. But for now, thank you all for watching. If you liked this episode, make sure to give it a like and subscribe. But as always, thank you for watching and I'll see you all next time.